Top 10 Strongest Marvel Characters. A great variety of characters have appeared in Marvel Comics stories over the company's long and colorful history. Some of them were villains, while others were heroes. Some were weak, while others were exceedingly powerful. Some were adored, while others were despised, and the list goes on. The strongest Marvel characters will be discussed in this post. We've compiled a list of the most powerful Marvel characters of all time, including heroes and villains. The point is that they are powerful, and we intend to rank them in order to decide which one is the most powerful. Before we move to the next step, please subscribe my YouTube channel so that you can be updated by my new videos. Number 10. Deadpool. Deadpool is the alter ego of Wade Winston Wilson, a fictional character that appears in Marvel Comics comic books. Fabian Nicieza and Rob Liefeld developed him, and he first appeared in The New Mutants. He has become one of the most popular comic book characters today as a result of his eccentric temperament and the strangeness of his adventures. When Deadpool first appeared in The New Mutants and later in issues of X-Force, he was depicted as a supervillain, but he later evolved into his more known anti-heroic figure. Deadpool is a deformed mercenary with superhuman abilities such as quick healing and physical strength. Surprisingly, he was based on DC Comics supervillain Deathstroke, who inspired the Deadpool persona in every way, including his name, origins, and costume. The biggest contrast between Deathstroke and Deadpool is that Deathstroke is a serious supervillain and mercenary, whilst Deadpool is more comedic. His escapades involve a number of amusing scenarios, including one in which he kills off the entire Marvel Universe, including himself. Number 9. Hulk. The Hulk is a fictional superhero who appears in Marvel Comics stories. The Hulk is Bruce Banner's alter ego, and he is a regular person with no superhuman abilities. The Incredible Hulk, created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, debuted in The Incredible Hulk and is now recognized as one of Marvel's most powerful heroes. Dr. Robert Bruce Banner is a brilliant physicist who is also physically frail, socially reclusive, and emotionally guarded. Banner saves adolescent Rick Jones, who has driven onto the testing area during the experimental detonation of a gamma bomb. Banner pulls Jones into a trench to save him but is injured by the blast, receiving huge amounts of gamma radiation. The Hulk is a huge and muscular green-skinned creature with enormous physical strength. They exist in the same body as separate dissociated personalities who, usually, resent one another. The Hulk's strength is usually expressed as a function of his degree of rage. Number 8. Grandmaster. The Marvel Universe's Grandmaster is a fictional figure. The character was created by Roy Thomas and Sal Buscema and first appeared in The Avengers. He is a member of the group known as the Elders of the Universe. One of the most powerful elders in the universe is the Grandmaster. He is said to have mastered primal power, a form of cosmic radiation created by the Big Bang. His strength, however, is significantly less than Galactus or the In-Betweeners. It has been alleged that the Grandmaster can employ, and in some cases has used, cutting-edge technology to boost his powers and execute mental feats that would otherwise be impossible for him. He also possesses some extrasensory mental perception abilities, which enable him to identify things in his environment that are invisible to the naked eye. He also retains a psychic link with his home world's superior computers, which allows him to expand and develop his mental powers. Number 7. Odin. Odin is the offspring of an early Asgardian named Bor and an ice monster named Bestla. Vili and Ve were the couple's other sons. He claims to be the father of humanity because he felt the planet to be too empty, but his father disagreed and unleashed a slew of plagues to wipe humanity out. Bor was imprisoned and turned into the snow by an adult Loki from the future during an attack by the ice giants. Asgard was then led by Odin and his two brothers. They later faced the demon Surtur, and Vili and Ve died, giving Odin their strength before dying, amplifying his abilities and giving birth to Odin Force. After allying with the trolls, the sole ruler of Asgard imprisoned Surtur in the core of the earth. Number 6. Cyttorak. Cyttorak is a supernatural being who appears in Marvel's comics. The fictional character was first mentioned in the comic book Strange Tales, but his first appearance was in Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme by writer Stan Lee and artists Jack Kirby and Alex Toth. He is one of the mystical beings endowed with great magical abilities and of many origins, many of which are extra-dimensional, who appear to have characteristics of both gods and demons. Cyttorak is a demon who was once venerated as such on Earth. He was exiled from Earth decades ago and imprisoned in the Crimson Cosmos, a timeless extra-dimensional place where time does not flow, of which he became the ruler. Number 5. Phoenix Force. The Phoenix Force is a fictional superhero team founded by Chris Claremont and Dave Cockrum in 1976 and featured in Marvel Comics storylines. It is a cosmic entity with great powers that has chosen beings of various species to host it over the course of its millennia-long existence so that it can carry out its task, usually favoring the evolutionary progress of some worlds over others. The Phoenix Force has incredible mastery over matter, including the ability to manipulate atoms and molecules at whim. When the entity appears, it takes the form of a bird formed entirely of self-igniting flame. When choosing a host, the Phoenix Force normally bestows a significant portion of its cosmic powers on that person. It usually improves the features and powers that an individual already possesses. For example, when it chose Jean Grey, she was able to optimize her telekinesis and telepathy. Number 4. Thanos. Thanos was influenced by the Freudian notion of Thanatos, just as his brother, Eros, was influenced by the same concept. Thanos was born as a member of the Eternals on Titan, one of Saturn's moons. He is the son of two Eternals, Allers and Sway San, but he also carries the Deviance gene, which explains his physical appearance. His mother wanted him slain since he was a menace to the cosmos, but his father intervened. He was a pacifist as a child, preferring to play with his brother and their pets. He wasn't content with piracy alone, he wanted more. Thanos desired absolute power, to dominate the entire universe and become the most powerful being on the planet. This is why he desired to acquire the Infinity Stones, so that he might change reality to his liking. His passion for Mistress Death, whom he has killed countless times in her name, drives a lot of his activities. Number 3. Franklin Richards. Franklin Richards is a superhero that appears in Marvel Comics stories. The Fantastic Four Annual originally featured the fictional character, which was created by writer Stan Lee and illustrator Jack Kirby. Franklin is usually depicted as a young child with a burgeoning, if inexperienced, super ancestry, as the son of Reed Richards, the Fantastic Four's leader, and Jane Storm. He is an Omega-level mutant with massive reality manipulation and psychic abilities. He has the ability to distort reality, that is, to promote any concept or desire, even on a cosmic scale. Furthermore, it is unknown what amount of power Franklin will achieve as an adult, as various future incarnations of Franklin from different universes, as well as the mainstream Marvel Universe, have demonstrated that his power changes. Franklin's immortality was substantially involved after an alternate incarnation of Franklin in adult form was able to destroy two Celestials of Earth 4280 during physical warfare. After the Devourer of Worlds was struck comatose in a battle against an army of the Celestials, the same figure used the power of his younger self to resurrect and transform Galactus into his own personal herald. Number 2. Eternity. Eternity is a cosmic being that appears in Marvel Comics storylines. The fictional figure was first described in Strange Tales and first seen in Strange Tales, created by writer Stan Lee and illustrator Steve Ditko. Eternity is an abstract concept that is embodied in the concept of time. He is infinity's companion, who is the embodiment of space. Since it lives everywhere and at all times, eternity does not have a physical embodiment, ubiquity. He is one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe, and he is immortal, as his name suggests. He possesses the power to manage the universe, as well as space, time, matter, energy, and magic, as he sees fit. He is nearly omniscient and omnipotent, with nearly boundless cosmic power, able to tap into everything that exists as well as our universe's temporal flow. Number 1. One Above All. The One Above All is a Marvel Universe mythological deity who is depicted as the creator of the whole multiverse. Although he was a part of the Marvel mythos from the beginning, he did not make his first appearance until 2004's Fantastic Four, in the form of Jack Kirby. His creators are Mark Waid and Mike Wieringo. The One Above All, who appears to be responsible for the existence of all life in the multiverse and possibly beyond, is the master and soul superior of the living. The One Above All is most closely linked with the Fantastic Four, as they were the first characters to encounter him in his initial appearance. He credited them for their heroics and promised them future adventures while restoring the Thing. I hope you find this video helpful. If you liked the video, do like and subscribe as it really helps our channel, and do remember to give your feedback in the comments below. See you in the next video with some more interesting topics and stories.